Do you need to activate a muscle in order to grow? Watch and let's find out. All right guys, here we are back again at Elite. And today's topic of the video is going to be activation, and do you need to do it? Because there's a lot of mixed information out there on the internet and Instagram right now that says, hey, you don't need to activate a muscle before you make it grow, before you get into your first exercise. And to me, I actually am right in the middle, so I'm split 50-50. If it's a muscle you connected great with, like for me, shoulders, quads, hamstrings, calves, I need zero activation. Why? Because my body and nervous system is connected really well to that muscle. Now, on the flip side of that, my back, and that's what we're gonna show you today, some back exercises, and why I feel it's so important to get in with activation on that muscle. Okay, what we're starting here is with a rope pull down. And what I'm doing here is simply, I'm not trying to move the stack, I'm not trying to be progressive with it. I'm working anywhere between the 10 and 15 rep range, and I'm really just trying to get my lats to turn on and begin to just stretch and contract, stretch and contract. So to almost as the warm up, or the prequel, as you may have it, to the lat pull down, which we'll get into in a second, because stereotypically for me, lat pull downs, especially with a straight bar or with a wider grip, tend to be harder for me to look my lats to turn on and fire, along with all the musculature in my upper back. So we're gonna do this rope pull down to turn that tissue on, so that when I get to the pull down, it's gonna really make that muscle work and fire, because I've already made it be awake, so to speak. So let me show you what that looks like. So I have 120 pounds on the stack here, not crazy heavy, but I want you to really notice this form, watch. So good stretch, but not overstretch. Drive down, squeeze my back hard. Stretch, 1, 2. Now, on the top here, I'm not jerking, I'm feeling my lats turn on. Now drive the elbows down, 1, 2. Up, just like that. I'm not going jerking, right? Not doing that. Lats, bam, fire, 1, 2. 1, 2. Do 12 of these. One more. Okay, now on the lat pull downs, we have the mag grip bar here today. And what I'm thinking about here is flexing on a back double bicep with every single rep. Tall, head back, 1, 2. Not overstretch at the top, 1, 2. 3, 3. 4. 3 more. 8. And what you'll find here, my lats already have a ton of blood in them. By doing that rope pull down first and not doing them heavy to where I'm fatiguing myself, I then come over to lat pull down, and then I begin to maximally turn on and activate, start to work my lats. So I'm gonna do 3 warm-up sets, back and forth, and then I will drop the rope pull down and simply do 3 work sets with this mag grip. And I'm telling you, try this. It will work so freaking well. Now, let's say for example, back is a strong point, you connect really well with it, and it's chest. Let's just simply make an alteration there. I'm gonna start with some cable flies, or an exercise you really connect with. So say it's a pec deck. Hit a couple sets of 15, turn the pecs on, doing alternating sets with your first exercise, which may be incline dumbbell press. Then, once you're warmed up, drop the flies, get into your work sets of your dumbbell press. Next activation move. This is gonna be if you're gonna do a rowing, especially a one-arm type row. So for this, what I wanna think about is I'm doing the low cable row. Let me talk you through that. So I'm gonna get him to come down. We'll start with my right arm. I just have a D handle attached to this low cable and 50 pounds. So I'm gonna brace my non-working arm with my leg for stabilization. Now notice, I'm not gonna get a huge twist and a pull this way. I'm gonna lock my torso in stone, stretch my lat by letting watch my shoulder drift forward, stretch my lat. Now, drive my elbow back, and then I'm thinking about taking it this way. So back and around, 1, 2. Every rep, perfect, 1, 2. Do not here turn, that's a torso, that's oblique. All that, 1, 2. Close attention to that form. Stretch, squeeze, 1, 2. I'm all about contraction here. Fully shorten that lat, 1, 2. 1, 2, remember this is an activation, not a fatiguing exercise. 1 more. Perfect. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, don't twist. Drive the elbow back, drive the chest up, 1, 2. All that, turn it on. All these things I'm saying out loud is just what I'm thinking in my head. Elbow on the ground. Elbow scrape on the ground. All about contraction. Perfect. Now, we go into the meat and potatoes, which is gonna be the one-arm barbell row. So let's say the first exercise on your mountain dog program calls for a one-arm barbell row. Well, right out of the gate, let's say your lat isn't turning on and firing like you want it to. So that's why I'm gonna do that low cable row and then immediately come here. Again, just like I talked about with the pull downs, I'm gonna do my 3 warm-up sets here with the one-arm barbell row, alternating sets with the one-arm cable row. And then once I get to my work sets of this one-arm barbell row, then I'm gonna drop that cable exercise altogether and really work on progressively building that weight up. So let me show you what some reps here look like. Grab to the collar of the bar. And again, if you want a full detailed explanation of this exercise, we'll tag the video above. Grab here, bam, 1, 2. And my lat is already turned on and firing. Just like that. Perfect. Now, that already has my lats feeling full because the activation exercise and then right in here, 2 quarters here, feel already better than it would if I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in terms of my working sets. All right, so let's say that low cable row just doesn't feel good to you. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have one of these one-arm hammer strength iso rows to do your activation one. So for years, when I worked for a giant gym, that's one of my favorite exercises is the hammer strength one-arm isolation row. So that's where I started my activation before I got into my one-arm barbell rowing. So let me just show you, if you don't like the one-arm cable, let's show you with this. The reason I like it because I can drive my chest into the pad and there isn't any chance of twisting my torso. So if you're someone who tends to want to twist the torso at contraction or at stretch, this piece is going to be great because it's chest support and it's not going to allow us to do it. So let me show you a couple reps of what activation on both arms look like. So again, I'm driving my chest this way. And I don't think about taking my elbow back and around. So grab the handle, add the seat set all the way to the top. I'm gonna be really tall with my chest. 1, 2. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2. Squeeze that lat, shorten it. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'll show you the other arm. Or again, drive the chest into the pad. Squeeze that lat. 1, 2. Fully short. Be in control of this motion at all time. No jerk reps. Pull yourself into the pad, not here. All that is extension of my spine and my erectors. That's contracting my low back, not my lat. My lat gets no work here to here, so stop doing that stupid shit. Here, 1, 2. 1, 2. Just like that. All right, guys, third in rotation. Let's say you're gonna start with, say, a Meadows row or even a barbell row or any type of overhand rowing motion. So I still wanna be able to activate and turn on every muscle in my upper back. So for me, this side bends piece, using a pronated grip, sitting really tall and driving my elbows high and back are what's gonna turn all that on. So let me show you what some reps here look like. Again, I don't have a lot of load here, it's 100 pounds. Normally when I'm doing this for work, I have the 200-pound stack plus 2 to 3 quarters on there with the gym pin. We'll post the Gymlin Ping discount code so you can get one for cheaper. Again, pin here, stay tall. Again, do not push back. We want to keep our chest tall. Here, 1, 2. Feel every muscle in the upper back. You'll even feel rear delts, traps, everything. Elbows high, 1, 2. Really hit that contraction. Let's make all those muscles in your upper back pop. All right, here we go. So dumbbell rows, pronated grip. Now, pay attention to how I have this bench jacked up so I can get a full stretch on my upper back. Because honestly, I'm getting the contraction on that side back piece, and here I'm all about the stretch, but also contraction. So here, fold your body over. 1, 2. 1, 2. Stretch. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. There you have it, guys. Activation, turning muscle on. I'm gonna reiterate the point that I had at the beginning. If it's a strong body part that grows well and you connect with easily, erase all this shit from your memory. You don't need it. For the muscles you're either weak, meaning underdeveloped, or muscles you can't feel and connect to neurologically, I'm telling you, do this. So no matter what the body part is, if it's arms, start with a bunch of cable curls, go really slow, very deliberate before you get into your easy bar curls or heavy dumbbell curls or preacher curls. Do something to activate those biceps, very similar to triceps. Go slow, feel those triceps contract and stretch with the cable movement before you get into, say, the heavy skull crushers, the close grip bench press, the dips. It doesn't matter what body part you have. In my opinion, if you can't feel it working, it is not optimally growing, especially for weak body parts. For ones that are strong, that doesn't matter. They're growing already. Don't change a thing. Things that are stubborn and aren't progressing for you, you have to look outside the box. You have to find ways to make it work and stop being so stubborn. So again, take these same principles, apply it to your current levels of training in terms of individual body parts. Just because you do this for one doesn't mean you have to do them for all. I don't do this for all my body parts. If you ever see me activating calves, come hit me in the back of the head. I'm wasting energy. Just don't need it. So if you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Chris Evans TV for another video educating you guys, because honestly, this is what I love doing. The one thing I miss about one-on-one personal training is actually teaching exercise and how to do it properly. So this way, instead of helping one person at a time, I can help thousands. Until next time.